Walking in the lane with some little things gonna get us right tonight.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Talking Tonight. I am Dejan here with David Holiday, and welcome to part 2 of our 2020 election analysis. We're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to send it over to David.
How are you doing, everybody? This is David. We just want to go over 3 headlines. Obviously, we had a good discussion about the actual election, but that is over, believe it or not, and we do have a winner, even though one person is saying that we don't. So,
is he orange?
Yes, he is. Let's actually talk about the next 2 months or so, and then maybe even on this last headline, the future. I mean, we do have 2021 coming up, and this is still America, and we still are going to have a president. Not the same one, but that's okay. So there was a rally yesterday in Washington, D.C., and 20 people were arrested at this pro-Trump rally where people are saying that there was, fake ballots and all this stuff. There was a little bit of a clash between Trump's people and Trump's non-people. And I just want to say, this is my personal opinion. As far as the violence is concerned, I don't care whose side you're on. Obviously, millions of people voted for Biden. Millions of people voted for Trump. No matter how you want to slice it, it's probably 51, 49, 52, 48. But it's still 48% of people is a lot of people. So we don't want any violence. I hope you don't. And if you do, you need to think twice because it's just not worth it. You're fighting over what exactly? Think about it.
I have to echo what you said. Violence is not the answer in any case of this election. Especially if you are an African American, Latino American, Asian American, or any of those ethnic groups.
Or white
American. The last thing that we need is to be the stereotypical animals or angry people that they want us to be.
So they can say it, yep.
That's the last thing we need. We have I can't even call him president because he's so far out of that box. It'd be insulting to anyone else.
Starting a new one, President-elect.
Just made that up. Can we make a T-shirt?
No big deal.
And it has to be black because he's got to be orange, big and orange, with an orange crush bottle on the side.
With a big bag of Cheetos. Dirty fingers. Okay.
I mean, it's just, he has issues. And the last thing, actually what he wants is for us to be divided and to cause chaos. He has ruined so many relationships with other world leaders and other countries. He wants that. We have to show them that we can stand together no matter what side of the fence you're on. Now is the time to come together. Just as President-elect Biden said, he will not govern as a Democrat. He will govern as an American. And that is what we need right now.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's literally all we want.
And justice reform has to be on the bill. I know that it is for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris and President-elect Biden, and that has to be a huge...
You cannot go to jail for 20 years for a minor offense, but we'll get into that. Speaking of legal things, I saw another headline. Just literally opened up my phone, typed in headlines. This one came up. Mayor Giuliani will lead Trump's legal fight in the battle for the White House. So this man is a lawyer by trade. He became the mayor of New York City. If you don't know who he is, just look him up on Wikipedia.
Or don't.
He is going to probably take this to the Supreme Court. And as you know, the Supreme Court was, I think Trump's elected, 3 people in the Supreme Court? Yeah. So everybody out there, no matter what side you're on, just look up the actual rules to the game. Just kind of know what could be coming up. Don't think that it's all over just yet. They're going to do everything that they can. But my humble opinion, going back to the previous headline there, 20 people arrested just this last weekend. Probably will be more. But we all know, at least most of us know, what's right in our hearts. You need to pray. You need to get educated about this legal system. And just like he was saying before, that legal reform might need to come sooner than later.
This is just me talking here. You have to educate yourselves because now is the time where we all need to know exactly what's going on. We need to know our laws. We need to know our rights. And we need to know what the president can and cannot do. Because a lot of the things that he is trying to do, he has no power or authority to do. So please educate yourselves.
Exactly.
On that because it's so important. It's so important to know. You just have to be in the know.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to go all the way back to 6th grade if you did have it in your school. Now that's another thing. I'm not talking about DPS. I'm not saying anything positive or negative, but just a little brief history. There's 3 branches of government. The president or the executive office executes the law. That's all they do. The legislative branch, they create the laws. I think that's the most important. That's your senators. That's your House of Representatives. The judges, and this is the judicial branch, this is where it gets a little iffy. All they do is interpret the law. They don't make the law.
And you won't say it, but I'll say it because I'm the, I can't control my mouth person on the show. I didn't learn that from DPS. I learned that from Google.
And that's sad but good. You can do it too. Nothing against your school system, but you're probably at home right now, not going to school anyway. Google it. You'll find probably a better answer anyway.
Yeah.
And the third headline that we saw, and after this one, maybe talk a little bit about the album. Okay. The third album that, the third headline that we saw before we get to the album is, and this was kind of interesting. Biden faces student loan crisis. And I don't want to talk just specifically about that, but I do want to talk about, as I said earlier, not just the next 2 months. What about the first 4 years of the Biden presidency? What should, outside of COVID, because we know that's going to be a big thing, what should Biden do now that he's going to be in the White House on January 20th? My first thing, of course, just kind of responding to this student loan crisis is, man, if we could spend, this is just me personally, if we could spend trillions of dollars on a war, we could spend trillions of dollars on just figuring out a way to truly, truly spark this economy, whether it's student loan relief, whether it's mortgage relief, whether it's jobs like government jobs. There's got to be something that we could spend all this money we have on that helps the people. And I know Biden said he's going to be the president for everybody. Don't forget us, because we got you in there, buddy. So, and again, not saying anything negative about him. Got to give the man a chance. Definitely giving Kamala a chance. And I know that they're going to hear this and hear it from all of us. But that's my thing. What are you going to actually do January 20th once we get old Cheeto Boy out? And
with a U-Haul. I'll drive it myself.
But we need to do something positive for all the people, including minorities, obviously.
And what you just said, I think that one of the main things that they need to focus on is education, because if you want a nation of bright, if you want a bright future for your nation, it starts with education. Everyone has to be educated. And I know a lot of people who can't go to college because, it's way too expensive. I don't want the student loans. I don't want to be in debt for the rest of my life. I'm about to start college. I know I don't want that trouble because
I got it now.
I don't like spending money, even though I like nice things. It doesn't match, but you get the point. But what I'm saying is, it's important that we have something in place for those people who want to learn, who want to educate themselves and better themselves. We need something for them to be able to do that. In education, in housing, medical. It's so important that, if you're governing for America, as President-elect Biden said, and Madam Vice President Kamala Harris have said, then it's time to take care of the Americans and make sure that there are no excuses for why you're down and out. If you want to do it, you can do it. There's no excuses. We need to create a plan to where either you're going to be successful because you've had these opportunities and you had these chances and you worked so hard to have them, or if you're not successful, it's not because you didn't have the resources or the opportunities were not there. It's because you simply were lazy and didn't want to. We need a plan.
Just like Dusty Rhodes, the American dream.
The American dream.
And I know the big schools don't want to hear this, and I went to one of the biggest ones out there. But with the technology that we have here in 2020, going into 2021,
absolutely.
There can be a deluge of TED Talk type learning going on from here on out. Maybe it doesn't cost you $40,000 a year to do so, but there's so many different jobs of the future that are out there that I'm going to say we, all of us, young and older people, are willing to learn. We're willing to work hard. Not all of us, unlike what some people say, we're not just all sitting on the couch just doing nothing, eating Cheetos. Again, keep going back to the Cheeto reference. You know who you are. But
does he? I mean, he looks a little out of it sometimes.
Comment down below. We could talk about it all day.
Seriously.
Non-violent is the way to go. But with a few seconds left, let's just tell them a little bit about the album and where we're headed.
Before I do that, I just want to say this. I think that this should be a new beginning for America.
Absolutely.
Everyone, please try. Please do your best. Let's stop the violence. Let's unify. And let's take off into the future. Let's get rid of Corona and let's get back to being happy and have some concept of normal.
Absolutely.
So with that said, we're going to end the debate analysis and state of the country right now to talk about something a little more exciting, a little bit more fun, and that is my new album that is coming very soon. We expect middle of December or early January. New single, Big Splash, comes out very soon. Actually, by the time this episode airs, it will be released on all music platforms, so go check that out. Deijon, Big Splash, Deijon. And we're just going to have an amazing time. We're going to keep making music. We're going to keep doing tons of projects. We've discussed doing candles and masks.
Food critique.
Food critiques is coming. I have some recipes that I'm going to be doing. Just cooking, just having fun. Thanksgiving, we're just going to show us playing cards and stuff. Just have fun.
Just thought of this question and answer. Like sometimes if we get
Q&A.
some comments down below that are just really, really awesome, that could be a topic on an episode.
Absolutely.
So don't hesitate to let us know what you think.
I would love to do a Q&A, so please, any questions, put them down below. Everyone, please continue to support All Music. Deijon, just keep supporting this show. Talking tonight, let's get out of 2020. It feels like it's been 30 years in 2020.
It's crazy.
But we're going to make it. We're going to get out of this. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Talking Tonight, and we are out of here.
Deuces.
I didn't learn that from DPS. I learned that from Google.
And that's sad but good.